Hey guys, Road Warrior back here again. I wanted to discuss some farming here from going from level to 98 and beyond. Kind of depends on up to you. I am covering Kaji no Ri here on this one. Now, in the event that you are under level 94 and all you have available is nothing wrong with the Ocean Fury, but if you do have this spinning setups, the first one there, the 198 pound setup is actually available, I think around level 94. The 207 pound setup is also available at level 96 in the event you want to incorporate that in, but there is nothing wrong with the Ocean Fury. Now, I'm going to show you all these marks here. None of these marks overlap, and that actual mark there also has the unique yellow, and I'll kind of show you creatively what I've been doing and some friends have been doing. I've got these all sequenced out so you can free cast at these, or you can troll, reverse troll if you're working on missions with clubmates, that sort of thing, or you're just wanting to run this solo. Sometimes you can run things solo and you're going to take a hit as far as not getting the bonus of either being in a club room, club boat, that sort of thing, but it does help to break up the boredom. Also, another multi-way to do this is go for multi-species. So instead of just targeting skipjack and the yellowfin, you can come over here and park, and these two spots don't overlap. And the good thing about these spots is they have the big eye, the yellowfin, the marlin, as well as the bluefin tuna. Now, the bluefin tuna, as you guys well know, put up one hell of a fight, and the XP is just not quite where it needs to be, but there's 1, 2, 3 spot rotation if you wanted to do a mixed rotation. Just this first little clip's going through here. I'm just fishing with a couple buddies, and then I'll show you kind of doing some solo work, and we'll compare some of the XP at the end. Again, you'll find the fight time on the yellowfin are great. I think this is a great way to level up, and this is how I've went pretty much from level 90 up to 98, almost 99 now. Any guys that also has been having some experience there at the Maldives, you're trying to get there, or you've gotten there and you're having some fish glitch out, long fight times, that sort of thing. So for me, I just wanted to put this up in the event that anybody's bored with the Congo grind, whether you're going for Goliath or unique Nile perch. So if you do have the Ocean Fury available and you've already been experienced fishermen here at the Japan map, there is nothing wrong with this, as well as the fight times aren't as bad. In other words, you can get quite a bit of XP without as much fight times. Now, I know those big swordfish and sailfish and stuff are black more than rather at the Maldives are paying a lot, but you'll notice here if you come and do this rotation, sometimes you can get 4 uniques to 6 uniques, maybe even 7 if you're hot, all on one string. So it's a great way to farm up. Now, again, you guys do all the math yourself, what setups you want to use, but even the skipjack, you'll notice, are paired and coupled with all these yellowfin, and it's a great way to farm up. As far as lures, always be careful. I haven't run into any dogtooth over here, but make sure that when you max drag your stuff, especially the Ocean Fury, sometimes at a weird angle, if you hook into a marlin somewhere or that sort of thing, you can have your stuff bit off, so be very, very careful, or broke off, oddly enough. Do be very careful and watch all of your fight meters there. I would never want anybody to lose anything. Now, I am using the trolling octopus, but again, if you don't have those lures, just use whatever generic lures you want. I'm never a type of guy that tells you what your lures to use. I just use what I want. But just going to quick review at the net there as I ramble on how many unique yellowfin that I got, and here towards the end. Again, the Maui, or well, I can't ever pronounce those things right. Bear with me, the Dorado, whatever those things are called. Great little farm as well on that northwest peak on that side of this run. So the first couple spots, you can get those as well. Also, you'll find, again, it just depends on how long you want to farm, half hour, 45 minutes, an hour, but you can see the XP itself there, just in a quick farming session with a couple club mates as we were just sitting here talking. Again, to each their own how you want to do this. If you're working on a trolling mission, that sort of thing. Now in this particular clip, I'm actually just throwing on a plug as well. So again, whatever lures you want to use, I'm using the DLC Maldives one on this, and I didn't really take too big of a hit even with the bigger gear. Nothing wrong with catching a little skipjack as well on this rotation. You'll find that those will just add up as well. Again, varying on the size of these things, I think they go down. I showed Grizzly Tracks, my friend, this run a few days ago. He's leveling up really quick doing this rotation, as well as my buddy Sober, I think, is 98, level 98 as well. So he's getting up there to where he needs to be. Again, nothing wrong with these guys. That's a quick 23,000 XP, depending on what setup you want to use and that sort of thing. Again, try to have fun as you level up. It will be a grind no matter what, especially when you get to that level 98, 99 range. Was like 2.5 million XP. Golly, that is a lot. So, but then again, to break up the boredom, even if you want to bounce back and forth between Congo and Kaji, and then over to the Maldives, get you some marks. Myself, I've been frustrated lately with the Maldives fish kind of glitching out on me. Long fight time that, whatever reason, a fish glitches out, goes rogue. Trying to figure out if it's just the spinning rod or if it's happening on casting rods and spinning rods. I don't know, but I've had a lot of people say that. With that being said, I've chose to come over here to Kaji and farm. I'm having a lot of fun. Even that albacore, you'll notice in the multi-species spots, and this is just a mixed net, again, following along. I did a mixed rotation, so I went down the yellowfin line that I showed you in the start of the clip, and then I bounced back and forth between the other two spots that have big eye and everything else. And you can see that's a pretty cool mixed net. Had a lot of fun there. That was just a quick farming session by myself. I want to say around 45 minutes or less, somewhere in there, as well as answering phone calls and that sort of thing. But just reiterating everything, I would suggest to come over here and at least try this. Anybody that's on my friends list or follows along with my channel, I think this will be a fun rotation. 439,000 XP. Now moving on here, kind of doing a mixed rotation as well, following along, going from spot to spot. What you might find, you guys that are doing these things in a club, what you want to free cast or troll, that sort of thing, is entirely up to you. As my buddy pulled in a bluefin there. Those again don't pay the greatest XP, but what you might find, if you get 3 or 4 or 5 people trying to do the yellowfin run, 1 or 2 of you may not get a very good bite rate, and I don't know why that is. I'm sure you guys have experienced that before fishing together. It's like one person gets a dead seat. As my friend Sober, there's Avatar. Boy, there's a lot of weird little bugs with your friend's avatars. He is pointing out the fish. Sober, that are straight out there. Thank you, sir. I was lost where I was at, so he was kind enough to his avatar to point out where the fish were. But anyway, on this less comical note here, we're trying to just farm and have fun. Ultimately, guys, always do your rotations. This is just my experience on what I've found here so far, leveling up. These things are grind. I don't think anybody's got a perfect method, but this is just a method I use. So if anybody asked, I wanted to have this up on the channel to help you guys out. Again, there's nothing wrong with the yellowfin. To each their own, what lures you want to use. Maybe you want to get a couple yellowfin and bounce back over and hit these multi-species spot. I would say the more people you have in your boat, you might be better off targeting the multi-species spot. In other words, when you got the big eye, the yellowfin, even the bluefin and the marlin, they all pay okay. Especially the marlin, they do have a longer fight times. But if you're looking for a short, faster version, maybe there's just 1 or 2 of you in the boat and you're looking to get those XP percentages for fishing together and that sort of thing. I think you'll find, 2 or 3 guys at the yellowfin. Once you hit that 4 or 5 people in a boat, depending on if you have the Japan boat or the boat from the new Maldives update, you might find that the multi-species spot, because you can see 60,000 there for unique big eye. You get those spots there that I showed up that don't overlap. You can see where that would be very lucrative as well. And just kind of looking here as the going to take a quick look at that net and that sort of thing here. As you can see, 2 unique big eye from both those multi spots. I got both unique marlin as well, and just a quick review of that net, fishing with just me, Sober, and my friend Dual Fuel. There we got all that in a fairly quick amount of time. 389,000 XP just from those 2 spots alone. The multi-species spots didn't even really go to the 3rd spot again from there. Hope this really helps you guys out on your farming endeavors. Good luck, and we'll see you guys again in the next one.